tutorial or this video is basically to show you the formatting codes and explain what they're all about, or some people refer to them as non-printing characters. Okay, now I've got them turned on this screen, and soon as people come into a word interface on a document and they see these little things here, they turn them off. Now you go to the home tab and you come over here to the paragraph group, and it's just there showing hide. Okay, now they turn them off because they don't understand what they're all about. And yeah, I can understand where they're coming from, but I would say you need them on. You need to understand. If you were having a problem with a document and you sent it over to me, the very first thing I would do is open the document and I'd come and turn these on. Now basically I would do that. I have a little look at that, and then I can see what's gone on, okay, and I can see what you've got on and what you haven't got on and things like that, and I think, hey up, you know, they put a new line in here. Now just let me walk you through the actual names of them, and then we'll go and explain what they do. Now I'm just going to zoom in a little bit, okay, so we can see what we're looking at basically. Yeah, that's fine. Now this thing here, this little highlighter, that symbol is what we call a new line. Now you've put it in by yourself and you've done shift and return or shift and enter, but it's equivalent to the machine doing it, where it's typed it across here and then it's got to this point here and then it's wrapped around automatically and started the second line. Basically it's a new line. That is what that is all about. You've done it by doing shift and enter. Then we come down to here and we have this one. This is what we call a new paragraph. You've done that because you've hit return or enter on its own. These little fellas here, where it's just a little dot, that is the space bar. So if I literally, every time I press space bar I get another one, so I can see what people have got in their documents. Okay, further down the screen there was one there earlier. Now can you see this white space? I'm having to struggle along. Can you see all this white space? Oh, it annoys me to bits, it really does. How you get rid of that is you place your little mouse between the two pages and you just double click, and what that'll do is when I do it properly, that'll hide the white space, and it makes it so much easier when you're working on a document. Now can you see this little arrow here? That is what you call a tab. So that's a tab character. So when you see one of these, we know they've pressed the tab. When you see a little dot in between two words, you know they've done spacebar. When you see one of these little fellas, you know they've pressed enter. And when you see one of these, you know they've pressed shift and enter. Okay, now they all have their own little roles and they all have their own little things that they do, and why would we want to do them and all that. Watch this. I am going to ask you a question now, guys, and the question is this: define the word to me. Define the word paragraph. What is a paragraph? I'll give you a second to think about it, and there's only you in watching the video, so you'll be able to answer yourself, so it doesn't matter if you get it wrong. We won't laugh. Watch this. If I highlight this block of text, 95% of the people would say that's a paragraph of text. It's a block of text, the string of sentences, relating in topics. There's a number of things that they would say, but effectively it's that first block of text that I've got highlighted at the moment. And grammatically you would be correct, but in Word you couldn't be further away from the truth. It's totally wrong. What it is basically, whenever you type, wherever you type, the second you press enter, that's the first paragraph. So basically I started typing here. I type my name, shift and enter, type the street, shift and enter, type the town, Essex, postcode, shift and enter, then the telephone number, then I pressed enter. So that becomes the first paragraph of text in this document. This is the second paragraph of text. This is the third paragraph of text. That is the fourth, and that is the fifth. So whenever you see one of these little marks, you know whatever you type previous to that, that becomes the paragraph. Now, the reason it's handy to know that, there's lots and lots of reasons to why it is handy, but watch this. If I want to select some data, I go to a word. If I double click, it's the word. If I triple click, it's a paragraph. But you've got to understand what a paragraph is. So that's why you have to know. There's another reason I'll explain in just 2 seconds. Now you come down here, okay, down the road, yeah, and then you've got your tabs again. Don't forget these tabs. I'll explain about them later on. I'm going to do a complete video on tabs anyway. Now, why would this be important? Okay, why do you think you need to know what I'm talking and waffling on about right now? I'll tell you why, guys, because you've got 2 types of formatting. You've got character formatting and you've got paragraph formatting. Now, character formatting I can do to one word or one character. So if I highlight that up, I can make that bigger, I can make it bold, I can change the colour of it, and that is all character formatting. Okay? Where when it comes for me to apply paragraph formatting, I can't do it just to one character, because if I highlight that and say send to justify, notice it's affected the entire paragraph. If I put double line spacing on, yeah, it's affected the whole paragraph. I cannot just do it to one character or one word, because it is paragraph formatting. And this is what you've got to get your heads around, and not necessarily understand it 100%, but you have to understand what's going on. Depending on the type of formatting you put on, depends on what you've got to do with it. So basically what I would say to you is this, guys. To get round all these problems and these, issues, just select exactly what you want to execute the command on. So if I want to, let's say I want to affect this block of text here, yeah, or this block of text there, I would highlight what I want to affect, and then I would go and put the justification on I want. So I might want to left align it, I might want to put double line spacing on, but I can't go wrong because I've selected the entire block that I want to affect. Does that make sense? So all I'm saying to you is, as long as you understand what you're working on and what you're working with, it makes your life easy. Watch this. If I place my cell pointer in there, anywhere in there, and then I decide to put an indent in because I want to put this over here, I then just move that along. Notice I don't have to have anything highlighted because it's moving the entire paragraph, because indents are paragraph formatting. So basically when I'm moving this about, because that is already all one paragraph, yeah, you can see that by that, then when I'm literally moving the indents, the entire paragraph's coming with me, and I know that, so I don't have to worry about selecting it. Oh, I've just stuck a tab on, I don't want that either. Yeah, so you can literally come along here, you can put your little highlight on, yeah, and it all goes in place. Then you come down here, okay. One word of warning, and I've done it in a few videos, guys, and you will hear me do it on many videos. When you're selecting your data or highlighting your data and you've got that data selected, be very careful you don't touch that keyboard, because that overwrites that data. You've I can't stress it enough, guys. There's loads of people lost data. What they do is they select the data for whatever reason. They might be making it bold, they might be copying it, it can be a million things. And they'll highlight the data, they'll go to do something else, and if they've done, they've just touched the keyboard and wiped the data out. And then they save and doof, it's gone, it's lost. So be very, very careful of it, yeah? Highlight your data, do what you've got to do with it, and then deselect that data, just to keep it safe. Okay. Now then, when you're highlighting your data, highlight your data, do what you've got to do, and then remove that highlight. Okay. Now down here, you've got your little tabs. I'm just going to hide that again. So these are your tabs. Yeah. Now notice tab by tab. Now when I'm working with tabs, I use different tabs, but then I just literally highlight the data up. I can now move these tabs about, and it won't worry me because it affects the entire block because I've got them highlighted. Yeah, you're okay with them? Brilliant. One more little thing I need to show you guys, just to keep you happy. Watch this. If I highlight this block, now just imagine that I'm putting a reference number in, or I'm putting my name in, but notice as I'm typing my name in, notice now it has split my name between the two lines. So I've got that there and I've got that here. Okay, now I don't want that to happen, so what I'm going to do is this. I would firstly type my first name like I have, and instead of pressing spacebar, I do Control Shift spacebar, and notice we get that little circle. That is what you call a protected space. Then I would type my surname, and notice now the two words are kept together because I've put a protected space in. And all you've got to do is whatever you want to keep together on one line, just put a protected space between the two. Yep, that's lovely. Now then, that's your formatting codes, guys. You can turn them off and on and not worry about them too much, but I'm just trying to explain here the difference between the new line, what's a paragraph formatting, character formatting. Yeah, anything you can do on one word is character formatting, anything you do on a paragraph is paragraph formatting. Okay, I'd like to thank you very much for your time. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this informative. Don't forget to check my other videos out, and if you sign up with us and subscribe with us, we do requests. So if you want to know how to do tables or mail merge or anything like that, anything in any application actually, because we will be getting round to it, we will do a request and we'll do a video.